Yo, what is good, YouTubes? This is your boy in the NYC. It's me, Ray, and this is the EDCC. That is the Everyday City Carry. And today we are going to take a look at two knives that I really love, and I'm going to hate seeing them shipped away. They are not mine. This is one of those days that is a sad day for a knife YouTuber when stuff that is loaned to you has to leave your collection. I'm going to be taking a look at the Spyderco Yojimbo 2, not a regular one though. This is modded by Bladecops, as well as the Spyderco Kapara, also modded by Bladecops. Let's take a look at the specs real quick. Alright, so let's take a look at the Spyderco Yojimbo 2 first. And man, what a beauty, right guys? I've always liked the Yojimbo 2. It was just a little too large for me to carry. But even this one, at the same time, this is palm ready. I'm still kind of reluctant to carry this one, just because it looks too much like a fighting knife, you know? I mean, that is what it is. So I don't know how I'm actually going to review this, because I reviewed this knife before. I'm kind of just checking out the modifications done by the homie Bladecops on it. I'm just going to tell you what my favorite things are. Probably the number one thing would be the blade and how he changed the shape and shortened it. It's still a Warney, but it's kind of like rounded down. Is that a sheep's foot then? I'm not sure, but I do like the size. It's just much better for my daily use. There are a couple of things I did notice though, which I know is like unavoidable, is that look, the golden is cut off, and earth is getting close to cut off there. And he did put a wash on this, or bead blasted it, I'm not sure. I think he tried to put a stone wash on this, and there's some, you know, kind of like non-finished parts here, but I think that's why Bladecops told me he doesn't do this anymore. He doesn't have that capability. When they sent him my 0450 CF, he's like, I don't have that capability, somebody else will have to do it, which is a wise choice, because I would have preferred not having this on here. I think it would have been a better looking knife. He also changes the pocket clip. And I don't care for the ano on this pocket clip. I wish it was just plain, but maybe he was experimenting, man. I don't know. The other thing that I really like is the action is still pretty good. I do notice some grit feeling. Maybe it's because of the wash. And yeah, I think that is probably what happened. I did do some cut test footage with this. Did some cut testing, and it still performed pretty well, man. Did a lot of push cuts through cardboard, and overall I do think this is a very cool mod. I definitely prefer this over the regular Yojimbo 2. I was talking to some YouTube elites. I was rubbing elbows with the elites of the knife YouTube, and I showed them both of these, the Kapara and the Spyderco Yojimbo 2 mod by Bladecops, and they didn't like this one that much. They said that what's the point of doing that? It's just extra cost when you can just get another knife with these modifications. And I thought about that a lot, right? And I was like, you know what? That is true, but it doesn't feel like a Yojimbo 2. You know, if you were to get another knife, this still feels like a Yojimbo 2 to me. It's like the essence of the knife has not been lost. It's just smaller in stature. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is something that is pretty remarkable, that Bladecops was able to retain that essence and still modify the knife this much. The next knife we're going to be looking at is the Kapara. Now, I do have another Kapara here to compare, and just look at the difference. he did such good work on this. Let's just look at the backs a little bit. Look how clean that is. And I did like his use of the pocket clip here. He changed it from the wired clip to this one, and it fits pretty good. It fits pretty well in my opinion. But one thing we definitely got to look at, of course, is the blade. Look at that. Look at that, guys. To have, and none of that weird stuff going on the top here. There's no wash on this. But to have that level of precision, and I think he does this by hand, which is absolutely insane. Definitely give him a follow on Instagram. If you don't, that's at Bladecops. But let's just look at the actual smaller guy first, because that's what we're here for, and I'm going to tell you what I really liked about this. The number one thing that I loved about this mod, let me just get this in focus real quick. The action has not changed. It's so good. You still got that Kapara action, which everybody loves. The ergonomics are so good here. One of the things that people really liked about the Kapara is this grip, and you still have that. You know what I'm saying? You would think that maybe you know, taking off of that thumb ramp area is gonna, you know, kind of mess with the geometry of this grip here, but no, it still feels super comfortable. You can definitely slide off a little easier, but man, for a New York City dweller like me, this is so perfect. And the action has not suffered at all, not even one bit. And again, the essence of the knife has not changed. This feels like a Kapara to me. It's like a Kapara catered to me. Like Spyderco was like, yo, everyday city carry, here you go, man. You can carry this shit now. And I just absolutely love what he did here. I did do some cut test footage through some cardboard as well. You know, just push cutting and typical city guy stuff. And this did really well on that. Love this Kapara. So we are going to end the video right here pretty much. I just wanted to showcase the homie's work a little bit more before I send it back to him. Boo-hoo, I'm gonna start crying tonight. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase the wonderful work of Bladecops. I want to give him a shout out for sending these on loan to me. Let's look at the Kapara. I mean, just beautiful work, guys. Look at that. I mean, I'm at a loss for words here. Oh, I want to mention that. So on the Yojimbo 2, some of the lettering was getting kind of cut off. If you hear stuff banging around, my girl's baking garlic bread in the morning for some reason. So Italian. But none of the font or the text is messed up here. This is just such a clean mod. For the amount of stuff that Bladecops did to this thing, it's almost factory. I mean, oh man, I'm really sad to see this one go. But this is your boy in NYC. It's me, Ray, and this is the EDCC saying peace. Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.